Money can buy you the answers you seek, and rhythm can lessen the pain. The gods, they are fickle, routinely oblique, but worship is rarely in vain. Vela has granted my one true request. The journey is now mine to take. With grays in my hair and aches in my chest, at long last I'm feeling awake. Loves have I lost and friends have I made, and many hard drinks have I downed. The devil I've crossed, that debt yet unpaid, but to Rowan my soul is bound. I need you to know my twilight desire. I'll happily travel the plains. There's spring in my step and fuel on my fire, and heroes unshackling my chains. The verses I've penned, those lies have been selling, just purposeless rise I've amassed. Soon I'll be there in your even fall dwelling, ready to cast off the past.
Last time on the Paragon Company. Akira found a magical moth that seemed to be immediately attached to her. Strangely, it was incredibly well equipped to aid in her chronicle. It turned out to be a page finder moth. Akira named it Barchi. The party threw a bake sale to help the owner of the Arce's horse, Darius Clay, gain back some of the money Barry unknowingly stole from him. The party said their goodbyes to Archibald before leaving the town of Bainham behind them, much safer than it was when they arrived. Their first night on the road, the party were attacked by a pair of owlbears. The party made quick work of them, and Grabak beat one to death with the other's corpse. Barry ate a baby owlbear. After that, they made it to Fort Algus without issue. At Fort Algus, the party rested and caught up with several friends and allies before setting out to Geistye's Maw. And last time we ended with you guys arriving there, and pretty much right outside the entrance to the cave. If you remember, it's like a large mound coming out of the ground that looks like a mouth. It has stalactites and stalagmites jutting out of it that kind of resemble like a giant mouth with fangs.
So we found a large mound coming out of the ground when we looked around.
Yep.
Yes,
And we heard
that
a
was the
sound.
very sound.
That is indeed what happens.
Tom immediately runs in.
All right.
Hey, we know how that goes. Like, that's how you roll a 1 and lose a character, Brian.
Yeah, that's fine. If he dies, he dies.
Cold-hearted.
Would
I like your mug, dude.
you make another
Thank you.
support character if Tom dies?
BB, the little octopus guy, would be the stand-in.
Oh, okay.
So does Tom actually run into the right into the cave?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Grabak will see that and go, "Oh no, my friend," and follow shortly behind him.
Business partner.
Even Grabak was like, "Oh, that's a blunder waiting to happen."
You guys can stop him, by the way. Tom's not the fastest
I'm
octopus
honestly-
on land.
I'm honestly fully
Grabak will
expecting
run
Grabak
like
to race him in.
either Grabak will race him in, or just keep pace with him, and then slowly pick him up and turn around with him.
Doing a Kira slide as you turn around.
Akira just yells, "Speed is further!"
I'm gonna roll a d20. If it's 1 to 10, Grabak gets Tom and brings him back. If it's 11 to 20, Grabak's gonna go right in with him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ah, shit, it's a 5. Grabak will run and gather Tom.
Oh, that's okay. That was a good try.
So
I should have shrunk the numbers a little bit.
Tom was
It's
saying
a 1.
right.
Grabak gets him back.
So, Tom, you run just straight into the entrance to the caves, and Grabak just bolts after you. By the time he catches you, you already walk down. As you run in, the ground forms like almost like natural steps with like tree roots down into the tunnel. And at the bottom of this little tree root staircase, it opens up into a small chamber, and Grabak comes up behind you, and you both kind of skid to a halt, and you both look around and just see the cave is, it's pretty open, but you immediately notice that the entire ceiling of the cave is covered with nestled bats.
Oh, fun.
Tom looks at Grabak and says, "Oh, hey, thanks for stopping me. I just wanted to go feed the mouth over there."
Really, like,
Tom tries to toss him.
it's like Grabak assumes that there's some type of like crude ogre trap, and doesn't want Tom to get snatched up in it or like spike pitted.
Okay. What's everyone else doing at this moment?
So Barry's gonna follow in, like just regular style. But when we get into the open space, I'm gonna like get a good look at like the bats in the room and stuff. Now, how big is the room that we're in? Like the opening we're in?
So, the room's probably about 25 feet wide and about like 10 feet high.
How long has it been since I've eaten anything?
You guys headed here straight from Fort Algus after having breakfast and everything, so it's only been about an hour.
I ate the baby. So yeah, Barry's not hungry enough to kill these bats for no reason. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Should Tom just like permanently hand snacks to Barry every 15 minutes?
It's all right. I enjoy having an excuse to be a predator.
Akira walks in. You know that pose when people walk with like their hands behind their head and their arms kind of like akimbo above their head, like they're resting their hands on their neck.
Like they're just super chill.
Yeah, like they're super chill. She walks in like that, while using horse code to type in on the bracelet to Archie. Grabach is saving Tom from getting killed right now.
Akira, do me a favor and just roll me an intelligence check.
Also, I forgot it was horse code. I like horse code a lot.
I'm really glad Mira remembered horse code. For a second, I was like, "What? That's not." And then I remembered.
You hear a faint whinny as the horse code is being tapped into the bracelet. Zara looks a little shocked. Potentially.
Did you give me that intelligence check?
I mean, Zara only half understands it because like she didn't grow up around centaurs, so like she only learned like a bastardized version that she picked up here and there. So she's surprised.
I rolled a 15. 17 minus 2.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Sorry. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm not
for
trying.
Akira, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I'll say that, overnight at the fort, you were reading up on horse code, so you're able to get your point across. You're pretty sure.
Oh, I also copied the book into Barchies.
That's right. Yes, you did. Okay. So yeah. So you definitely you get it across. Let's see. What, Zara and Trax are still outside?
Zara shares a look of disbelief with Trax, like mainly because this looks like a bad idea, feels like a bad idea, smells like a bad idea, and everyone just like ran in. And she's like, "Oh, I don't have much of it." And internally, she's like, "I don't have much of a self-preservation instinct, but it seems to be more than this. Yeah, and like, and she says that out loud, and Sue just like coos in agreement. But but she doesn't want to stay behind, so like Sue just like she has like a little like pack on her side that Sue just like jumps in to hide in, and just like shrugs and follows along carefully though, keeping a very wary eye on the bats above.
Right.
She does not trust bats.
That's fair. Trax is gonna summon his shadow, nod to it, and we'll follow the group. Let's say 120 feet behind the group, with the shadow 30 feet behind him.
Okay, if you walk in the cave, you're pretty much caught up with them. Like, it's not a very long.
How dark is the cave?
Where you are in the cave, there's no light source in there. So, like, there's just the light from outside kind of shining in. So the immediate entrance to the cavern is lit up a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty dark.
Don't we like all see in the dark though?
I think every single one of you has dark vision.
Yes.
Yeah, I just asked because I'm just like thinking, you can see Zara just like walk in and suddenly disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I only know where you are because I can smell your blood.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah, I send Barchi to help me. Can I do that? Could I like use a perception roll for advantage to kind of maybe eke out where Zara is, like generally?
So, I would say just based on her class feature, to anything with dark vision, she's just invisible.
No, but the bookbinder moth gives me advantage to perception rolls with smell.
You're trying to sniff her out?
Yeah, I'm trying to sniff her out.
AKA use
Probably
it
smells
to
like
sense. I mean, depending on the surface too, you probably hear her. You probably hear her walking around.
Yeah, you probably clip flops.
All right, so tell you what.
I mean, my stealth is low enough. I think my stealth that's like high enough that I don't think I can just clip clops. Like my stealth is like plus 11.
Fair.
So, all right, tell you what. Zara, give me a stealth roll, and Akira, give me a perception check. I'll say just a straight roll because.
Oh, 30?
30. I'll say just a straight
There's no
roll.
way I can even compete with that.
Yeah. Well, if
Even
you get a nat 20, you might find her.
Okay. I'll give it the 5% shot. Damn, no, I got a 12.
Yeah.
You want me to do the what's it called?
I got a 31.
Guidance.
Oh, you're trying to sniff her out?
I rolled a nat 20, so I got a 31.
You So Akira's like looking, and like Barry, you can kind of smell where Zara's at, and it's funny because to you can tell that Akira keeps like essentially just missing her.
I'll just quietly nod so that Zara knows that I know where she is.
Right.
Yeah, Zara just like nods back, but I keeps a finger up like there's like shh.
So
just because. Oh, actually, Zara's gonna come up and try to just like scare Akira, just like boo.
Wait, hold on. All you have to do is find Sue.
Oh, Sue's hiding in her bag.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's very true.
All you have to do is find Sue. You don't have to find her.
Yeah, but like I said, Sue's hiding in a bag that's on me. Sue wouldn't be visible right now.
Yeah, okay.
But you could hear
Akira
Sue
pulls
more
out
like,
some breadcrumbs and goes, Sue!
Yeah. So for what it's worth, let's tack this down before we move on here.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm done.
Invisibility doesn't mean deafen or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So like invisibility just means we can't see, but we can attempt to smell and hear.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like myself is like high as it is.
So, like, all right, this is all well and good. As we move forward, are there any forks, or is it a pretty straight tunnel?
So, as the other end of the chamber, because you all have dark vision, you can see on the far end of the chamber, it does narrow and seems to continue on as a tunnel.
Okay.
Tracks, as you enter, and obviously all of you see all the bats sleeping on the roof of the cave. You see in abundance all over the floor bat guano.
I'm
Could
gonna
you,
I'm gonna let them get ahead before they see me collect back guano for the sake of my pride.
Mike, could you please define what guano is?
Shit.
It's bat shit.
That's
No.
yeah.
Could you like describe it in a PG rated term for me?
Nope.
YouTube doesn't like it when you curse.
It's
That's
bat. It's bat poo.
It,
Well, thank you.
it is a delectable gift that comes out of the rear end of an animal. In this case, bats.
So I'll just collect a bunch of this guano stuff and we can be on our way.
Yeah. So
Why else are we here?
So tracks.
Ogres.
This is where the ogres are, right?
Ogres, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's important.
That's the important thing. The
No,
guano
Jesse, you were only here. You were only here so Tracks could get bat poop.
That's the only reason I came.
I wanted to find the peakies.
So with that, Tracks, now that you have that, the only ingredient you're missing for your project is the stomach of a magical snake.
Got that noted on my Walmart shopping list. Let's go.
Can you tell Barry that that's the last thing you're looking for? She'll let you know that she's happy to take care of the rest of the magical snake.
Perfect.
check out Fantasy Costco. I'm sure they might have some like magical snake viscera for sale.
Right. So there's bats above you, tunnel ahead. What do you guys want to do?
I'd say Grabok would definitely go down the tunnel.
Okay.
I would like to wash my hands.
All right. I'll say you have water, on you, and you can totally just.
Grabok just has to go down the
Tom
stairs.
could clean his hands, right?
Oh yes, you could.
Yeah. So just ask Tom to clean your hands.
Uh,
Yep. Tom uses the old razzle-dazzle and cleans Trax's hands of the bat poop.
I think I would have really hated to clean bat poop with holy water, so that this is much better. Thank
Well,
you.
that's true.
Here, the option would have been to burn the shit off of your hands.
Wait, Tom can instantaneously clean or soil an object. So doesn't that mean that?
We've been over
Yeah.
this?
Oh, I know we have, but I mean, doesn't that mean that Tom could theoretically make everybody's hands have bat poop?
Yeah.
You can make
Wait.
it, some kind
Something.
of gross substance
Jesus.
on their hand.
Don't tell Tom that. He doesn't know that.
If Tom does that, Zara's gonna wipe her hands on
Yes.
Tom.
Yeah, definitely don't tell Tom.
Just make sure we tell this to Tom at the right time.
Yes.
Thomas does that, I will never eat Tom's food again.
Yes, definitely don't tell Tom. Tom doesn't know about any of the bad stuff he can do, by the way. He's supposed to be a bad guy, but he doesn't know that.
He's never very good at that, so.
All right. So yeah, Trax washes his hands, or Tom casts prestidigitation and cleans them up. You guys move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right.
Can Tom look around the cave one more time?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to just look around quick, or do you want to actually take your time?
I guess whatever 1 minute would be.
Okay. I'll say, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oof, not good. Not one.
Ooh. Yeah. You look around, and it seems like just a cave.
Okay.
Can I help Tom look around? I'll be like, hey dude.
I don't. No, it's okay.
I'll say no because we already resolved it.
No, it's okay. I think it's funnier if Tom doesn't know what's going on.
Right. Right. So, if you guys are moving on, I just would like to know who's going first. How are you guys moving forward? That kind of stuff.
Not it.
Tom will be in the front because he doesn't know what's going on.
Okay.
Be in the middle and climbing on the walls.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Zara's going to be like in the middle, closer to the back, being as quiet as possible.
Okay.
There's no, so she can sneak attack.
Right.
Yeah, I want to be sneaking too.
Okay. So, if you guys want to move quietly, do you all want to give me a group stealth check?
I will do this thing, but I am just on the ceiling as though it is the floor.
Can Tom give guidance to someone?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess whoever wants guidance from Tom, just roll
Okay.
plus
Negative
d4.
1 to the stealth and disadvantage because I wear giant clunky armor, so I could certainly use the help.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
I'm 15.
18.
7 for Tom. And I guess Barry roll a d4.
Ooh, I got a 14.
Okay.
Trax got a 15.
Okay. And then.
So I'm gonna keep my ears and nose peeled for any signs of life because I need to stop and do a little bit of prep when it's time to maybe do some fighting or whatever.
Okay. Do you
Also,
wanna...
I'm a natural predator, so I should definitely be able to track a thing into its cave.
Do you want to give me... Actually, you know what? Because this is sort of a predatory thing, like you said, why don't you give me a survival check?
Yeah, boy. 21.
Ooh.
So, Barry, from the ceiling, you kind of I'd say put your head low to the ground, but you put your head high to the roof. And you can see along the floor of the cave long drag marks that look like something rough was dragged across the floor. Not like a carcass or meat or anything, but like something deliberate and large, like a tool or something, or a weapon.
I'll stage whisper down to the party about it. It's not the sort of, since it doesn't sound like it's the sort of thing I'd be able to understand instinctually. If it's not like animal tracks or a carcass being dragged, I don't know if I'd be the person trying to figure out what it is, but I'll point out that it's there.
Right. But it does seem to be moving further into the cave, the way you guys are headed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, for the record, I'd like Trax to play rear guard.
Okay. Are you doing you're a little bit further back than your echo?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I will say, actually part of your survival check is, Barry, as you guys are moving along the cave, you do notice a distinct spot on the cave ground where the dragging stops and then starts again a couple feet after.
We should check that out.
Oh, nice. 20.
Nice. Okay. So you guys are sneaking along. Barry, what were you doing?
Well, I want to go down to where it looks like the thing was dragged, the dragging stopped, and just poke around that area a little bit more.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
14?
Okay. So Barry, you walk down the ceiling onto the ground, and you get to where the drag marks stop on the cave floor. You kind of crouch down and start looking, and just the slightest trace, you see a tripwire, across the bottom of the cave floor.
Oh.
Grabog knew it. It's not exactly where.
I'll point it out to everybody, but that's no problem for me because I'll just walk on the ceiling.
Right. So Barry points out the tripwire to everyone, and you're able to get around it without triggering it once you know where it is. And actually, as you're all moving around the tripwire and stepping over it, you all notice on the roof of the ceiling are like almost like a bunch of bones tied together. Presumably that if you set off the tripwire, it would have made a very loud like jangling.
Oh. Well, I won't.
Hey, that's clever.
So, you guys move forward past the tripwire and start to come to another opening. Before you enter the chamber, you know, obviously you're all sneaking. You all kind of crouch down, and in the chamber, you all kind of hear faint talking. And what you hear is this. Oh, when do you think we're gonna go back and try to take out that little town? I don't know, we gotta wait till the king says so. I'm sick of waiting for the king to tell us what to do. I know, but we can't do anything without his blessing, or that of the lady. Well, I'd rather listen to her than the king.
So Barry's gonna just like gently like look back at the rest of the guys and be like, so I've never interacted with ogres before. Do we wanna do this, you know, quiet, nice? Do we wanna leave one alive?
Leave them alive.
Maybe we can kneecap a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we had a king.
Let alone a queen.
Yeah, the queen thing's interesting.
Tom says to the group, why don't we, I don't know, knock them out or something and then question them for stuff, right? That's what Archie would say.
A good idea. Akira horse codes to Archie really quickly. Following your advice, bitches.
If Archibald gets that message, he's gonna just, no matter what he's doing, no matter how busy he is, he's just gonna horse code back real quick and be like, at no point have I ever advised anything.
That's like,
So-
yeah, that's what Archie would do. Let's do it, guys.
I just imagine, right, Akira going like, and then like a minute goes by and you guys are like kind of like sitting there, and then all of a sudden just frantic blinking, just you know.
Do the opposite of what you think I'd want you to do, please.
You see Akira look at the blinks, at the blinking for a bit, and just kind of turn to the group and go, "Should I make a sneaky?"
Oh, Tom can make someone invisible. So if you guys just like want to sneak up and cap some bitches, like we can do that.
How many things can pass without a trace hit?
I can hit anyone within like a group.
Is it anyone, or does it have a limit on people?
Let me double check. I'm not sure. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it's everyone of
like-
her choosing within 30 feet of her.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
before you pass without a trace, I do have to do a thing.
Okay.
Oh, Tom can also cast suggestion and just make them all sit down, if it works.
Well, yeah, that's actually pretty good too.
Hey, what's happening?
Or I could just darkness them, and
Wait,
then you
what's
guys can
happening?
knock them out.
So
Oh,
the
we're
two,
sneaking up on the ogres.
Well, okay. If we're gonna do pass without a trace, I think that's the best bang for our buck thing for what I'm about to do. So Barry's gonna step away from the cave mouth a ways so that the noise this makes doesn't alert the ogres. And then she's gonna hold her hands out, and like her wrists and palms are gonna start bubbling like she's like got like sores or like blisters. And as they pop and drip, the droplets of blood and like weirdness are gonna start like growing and malfeasing on the ground and grow into what I'm hoping to be a whole bunch of wolves as I cast Conjure Animals.
Okay.
Mm.
So yeah, that happened.
Wait, can you? Whatever. Who cares? Yeah, just fuck them up. Who cares? Whatever.
Wait, what's wrong? What?
No. I'm like, when the wolves attack him, like, can you stop the wolves from killing them?
Yeah, I can. They're my wolves.
Okay.
I can they literally listen to my commands. Like I can
Gotcha.
I can control them fully.
Gotcha.
Like I wouldn't have done it if it was just like I unleash a pack of wolves on these things after we just talked about it. Like they're attack dogs. They are
Okay.
fully they're more under my command than normal because magic.
No, wait, we're not killing these ogres.
No,
No,
we're gonna
we
need
want
that.
to question first.
They said some weird stuff. We have to at least question one of them.
So yeah, all that gross stuff happens, and then a bunch of weird, like, what do they look like exactly?
So, because Barry has inside of her the DNA of all animals that both are and could be, they're not exclusively wolves. They're like wolfigators. They have like fur and scales, and their wolf mouths extend way too far down their body.
So Barry walks away for a minute and comes back with a pack of John Carpenter's The Thing.
All of their fur is the same pretty blonde color that Sanguinette's hair is.
So
And then importantly, I'm gonna tell them all to sit, everybody.
they all sit.
And I'm like, be extra quiet, and remember, we're not here to hurt anyone badly. That means ankles, arms, guts, no throats.
They all just start wagging their tails.
Good boys and girls. And then I become a huge, horrible wolfigator.
Cool. Now, are you adding any of your mutations?
I am going to stack up, like... Okay, I grow 2 heads. And I can talk, even though I'm a monster.
Okay.
And I'm poisonous.
Nice.
So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna burn 10 mutation points.
Wow.
So this is what I am, and it's just awful. So Barry is a Cerberus,
Okay.
crocodile, wolf thing.
Uh,
So like the Egyptian god that is like the god of the end of the world with a giant crocodile head. I think it's Amut, but also Cerberus,
okay.
and like kind of horrible and like extra like full of cancery bits and stuff because it's Barry.
Yikes.
I have double multi-attack, so I have 3 heads, and each one of them attacks once. I have 3+3 to my armor class for a dire wolf. And I can talk, so that I can command my pack of wolves that still are with me, and I have advantage on my concentration checks to maintain them.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is important to note that we all have pack tactics.
I'm gonna quote Hawkeye in this, and I have a bow and arrow.
I have a bow and arrow.
Actually, do you want to ride me? Barry, it sounds just like Barry, but in triplicate, as all 3 heads look over to Trax as he jokingly says this, and is like, would you like to ride me, Mr. Trax?
I will take that ride next time. I'm curious to see what you and your pack is gonna do here.
Barry's only one wolf shy of being her very own barbershop quartet.
All right, so
It'll be so cool, yet so unsettling.
Yep.
So what I'm proposing, and she's like sitting in front of the other wolves, and they all just match her movements like perfectly. Is that I go in and cause an irrevocable amount of chaos, and then you guys come in and you know manage it.
I love it. I love it so much. Anyway.
Okay, so I can't manage chaos, but I can facilitate it.
So now would be the time to pass out a trace
That's exactly what I'm
because
doing.
Barry's a squad of 10.
Let me finish. As Akira says that, I pass without a trace, and I make us all quiet.
All right, so everyone go ahead and give me another. We're gonna do another group stealth check.
But add +10 to everything.
But add +10, and Jesse,
31.
give me one for each fucking wolf, I guess.
Do they roll as one wolf? Do they all?
I got a
It's fine,
33.
it's fine. I'll roll them.
Yeah.
1.
Trax got a 39.
Has everyone gotten 30 plus right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
I
rolled a
did.
19
I got
plus 10.
2.
So 30.
2. Why did that not work?
Tom got a 19.
Oh damn. That's still
Is
really
it
good. We're
got
passing without a
9?
trace, but damn.
Yeah.
2, 7. I got a 37 for Barry.
Okay.
And then let me see what a wolf's stealth is.
Let's see. You should definitely pull up the wolf stat block for yourself right now.
Yeah, I don't normally be that because I can be a bigger wolf, but
But you need both.
yep,
Or do you need me to pull up either one?
I got it. I have the dire wolf on my list, and I have this one here now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they have a +4 to stealth, which isn't bad actually for an animal.
It's pretty good.
And
Now it's a 14.
that's pretty good actually. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 8 d20s. Okay, hey Mike, would you mind tracking the 8 numbers for me though?
Yeah, let me pull up the game log. Okay, go ahead.
All right, the first wolf rolled a 5, so they are
19.
19. The second of the 8 wolves rolled a 12.
Honestly, you don't even need to, just as long as none of them are a nat 1, because off a 2, it's a 16.
I gotcha. I'll roll them through them real quick. Plus, we're helping each other, so my wolves all have advantage.
Well, no. That'll
Come
take
on.
too long. That'll take too long.
You just click the D20 16
It's a,
times.
it's a group
check,
stealth
make sure
check. There's no
nat
helping.
If we get one wolf that has a nat 1, we call him Moon and leave him in the back.
No wolves with that
go.
one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you rolled 9.
Oh, whoops.
You're good. You're good. All right. So you are a very large, very quiet group in the entrance to this chamber. From what you can tell, there are at least 2 ogres in the room. You haven't seen in the room. You just overheard 2 of them talking. But, yeah, what are you doing?
So I guess we let Barry and the wolves, subdue.
Barry and the wolves.
Exactly. They subdue whoever they can, and then I'll go and start hitting them on the head non-lethally to knock them out and put them in a pile.
Bonk.
So Barry,
Robot would also like to run up and try and crush the knees of the ogres
Yeah.
specifically.
I would like to extend the offer to have someone ride Barry to Grabak and suggest that he adds his grappling skills to my triple-headed pinning and ogre abilities.
Oh, because I can grapple like 4 people. So
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So like I've already got 3 extra appendages, and you add like 4 more. So if you want to just get on this thing,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, hold on, because we are going to be on the ceiling.
Oh, let's go beat the shit out of those knees.
So I once he's on, I go, hold on tight with your knees, Mr. Kensington, and I just run up the wall onto the ceiling.
He's like, oh.
And then we're gonna sneak in, and I'm gonna do, once we know how many ogres there are, if it's 2, I'll divide the 8, 4 and 4, and they'll all attack with each other to try and pin the ogres by grabbing like leg, arm. And then they're gonna try to hold them down and draw and quarter the ogres, but not lethally.
Right.
And then I will drop down onto anything surprising with Grabak as like a horrible whirlwind of claws.
Okay.
Oh, can Grabak just spawn his cravat tentacles just to add to the
We can get him from the ceiling. Yeah, I can totally cravat tendril them from the ceiling.
You pull them up to us?
Yeah, and then we can.
Okay, no. I will not be dropping down from the ceiling. We will be horror movieing them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So the opening gambit is that Grabak is going to pull one of them up into me, and I'm gonna eat it because fuck that thing. And then we'll leave the other ones for interrogation.
How tall is the ceiling?
Okay.
How tall is the ceiling?
We won't kill it because Tom did say we weren't supposed to kill any of them, and Barry's also good at following orders. So.
Right.
And
Wait,
Trax is
question,
gonna-
Mike. Really quick question. How tall is the ceiling?
So as you guys have been going through the tunnel, you've been going further underground. So this chamber opens up, and it's probably about 15 feet high.
Shit, I was going to see if I could get somebody with my tail, too. I only got a 10-foot reach, though.
But you're on top of me, and I'm 5 feet tall.
Oh, okay, so I can tail scoop and cravat scoop.
That's up to Mike. I'm being away, but you are riding a huge wolf, like a horse-sized wolf.
Up to you, Mike.
You know what? You guys are probably never going to be able to pull this kind of thing off again. Sure, I'll allow it.
And just like that, Trax takes a swig from his canteen because he cannot watch this sober.
All right, so you guys know what you're doing. The ogres are, as far as you know, completely unaware of you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna sneakily climb on the ceiling
Right.
so that we can get a pretty good idea of what's going on in there.
Okay.
And then, if it seems like the right thing to do, we'll give them the Kensington Jam special, because Barry, so jam.
Oh, I get it.
The Kensington Special Jam. That's it.
So as Barry climbs up the ceiling and has, Grabak holding on to her, you kind of peek your head into the chamber and you see the 2 ogres. It is just 2 in the room. And they're sitting with their backs turned to you. And, they're still kind of griping to each other. And the one just says, when we finally get to go back to Anfang, I think I'm gonna eat that little old halfling. Oh, you mean the one they called Old MacDonald? Yeah, he looked extra tasty. And they both just start laughing.
That's the one we should eat. The one that wants to target Old McDonald.
So we'll simultaneously have my wolf pack jump the other one, and we'll drag the one up, and then everybody else can deal with whatever is the situation.
Okay, so I'm not going to have you guys roll for initiative yet because this is entirely a surprise round. They have no idea that any of you are there. So, the one on the right is the one that said they wanted to eat Old MacDonald. And the one on the left was just the one who was kind of egging him on. So, are you going to have the wolves attack the one that said he wanted to eat him?
No, that's the one we're gonna drag because that's the one Grabak suggested we do it. I don't know who Old MacDonald is, but
Alright, Barry doesn't know who that is.
That's true.
Right, Barry doesn't know who that is. Everyone else does.
Yeah. That's Mr. Kensington's opinion. So
Right.
Grabak wants that guy, and when he gets pulled up into the jaws, Grabak wants to tell him he looks extra crispy.
Alright, so what's the first thing you guys do?
So I would like it to go this way, and obviously Grabak is the initiator with me, so whatever you got to. But I'd like, as he's cravat whipping the one guy up into me, and maybe even using his tail to aid in it, because like we're literally pulling him to the ceiling, and it's he's an ogre.
Right.
But whatever. I want my 4 wolves. I want as many wolves as can dogpile onto the other ogre to dogpile onto him at the same time, so that neither of them has any time to like figure out what's going on or like grab a club that might be on the ground or something. I would like them to be like strike style, taken off guard.
Okay. So, what is the save for your shadow Grabak?
DC 14 strength saving throw.
Alright. So I'm going to have the ogre on the right make that save at disadvantage because he has no idea it's about to hit him. He gets a 15.
Shit. Let's see the tail.
Okay. That would be an opposed athletics. Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's opposed athletics. So give me an athletics check.
23.
You got an 18. So the shadow cravat lashes down and kind of grabs him by the arms, but he pulls away from it. But as he looks up and like kind of reaches up, your tail whips around his arm and kind of yanks him up. So he's sort of like, whoa! Barry, I need you to roll 8 attacks for your wolves.
Yeah.
All at advantage.
So I just want to say, as Grabak's pulling him up, he should be singing "Old MacDonald Has a Farm."
Oh,
No, we'll
Legally.
sing it. Me and my 3 wolf heads will sing it, so it's really extra creepy.
Oh yeah.
So like in a beautiful princess sing-song voice
They're
in
all
triplicate.
harmonizing them.
Yeah, harmonizing perfectly. Old MacDonald had a farm. And then in like not synchronized, they go, and the O turns into a howl.
Ugh.
Yeah, as bad as I can make it every
This
time.
I like it.
singing is actually known as the blood harmony in the Hinode region. In the what? Country?
Yeah, it'd be the no, it's not the Hinode like
What's the-
castle. What I forgot, it's Dreit Hen, but
It's Dreet.
yeah, that one.
Dreethind, okay, calls this type of singing a blood harmony because it's when 3 vampires consumed with bloodlust are able to reach perfect pitch and melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So they get a +4.
And they're all at advantage.
Yup. So exciting.
All 8 hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what is the damage of the wolf bite?
So the wolf bites themselves
Here we go. Where's the wolf?
They do 2d4 plus 2.
So is that 16d4?
Yeah, 16d4 plus... No, plus 16.
16, yeah. So yeah, roll me 16d4 plus 16.
And this isn't even special. This is normal druid shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, the 16d4 equal out to 39 damage.
Plus 16.
Plus 16, so... 55 damage.
They lunge onto this ogre right as he's like, and then just getting torn to pieces, just blood and screaming and gurgling, and he's just like, he's hanging on by a thread, but holy crap, these things have eviscerated him.
Have they successfully dragged him to the ground?
Oh, what's the save for that?
I don't know. I'm just asking if they can do that.
I think it's part of the wolf bite. They think they knock him prone, right?
Oh, I don't think wolves get that one. Like mastiffs do, but wolves don't have
No.
that same.
Let
They
me
do.
look real quick.
It's a DC 11.
Oh, they
Oh,
straight
yeah.
up do.
Yeah.
They straight up do. DC 11. So DC 11 8 times.
Well, I failed the first one, so he's prone.
Yeah, sick.
Question.
Yeah.
So Tom has healer and all the other healing abilities, right?
Yeah.
And he also has spare the dying.
Yeah.
So couldn't we technically bring these guys to the brink of death? Tom resuscitates them, heals them, and you keep doing it again?
In theory, you could.
Okay, good to know.
So, you've got one ogre completely on the ground, torn, brink of death. Like, he's barely hanging on.
Tom heals that guy, by the way.
Okay. So, I'll say the wolves are all encircling him. And the other ogre is, like, held up kind of slightly off the ground by Grabak and Barry. You go over with your med kit, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your med kit. Okay, so roll the d6 plus 4, and then...
So it's 6 total.
Okay, so it's 13 he gets back.
Cool.
So now you've got this ogre on the ground, ripped up, and Tom just very casually starts bandaging up the really, like, gruesome-looking tears in his body. And he's just on the ground, he's like, what's going on? And the other one's like, what the hell?
Tom uses thaumaturgy to, like, cause his voice to boom.
Yeah.
And he yells, like, directly into the one that's prone on the ground. It's like, what were you going to do to Old Farm and McDonald?
Tom, give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Jeez, I feel like I should lend Tom my hood. Jesus.
It's 25.
Holy crap. Where is he? Where's
Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel?
Martha, where's Martha?
Why did you say that name? No. So the ogre is just staring up into Tom's eyes. I wasn't gonna do nothing. My friend said he wanted to eat him.
Oh, have we eaten? Has Barry eaten that one yet?
No, the one you're holding on to him. You have your tail wrapped around him,
Oh,
and then the
I'm
other
gonna
one's pinned to the ground by all the
slowly-
wolves.
I'm just gonna like gingerly place him closer and closer to Barry's mouth. Mouths.
Now,
We'll just keep on snapping until we make contact.
And Growbox is gonna say like, "Oh, your friend's really throwing you under the bus there,
what's a bus?
under the cart there. Friend's throwing you under the carriage there."
This is where Grabak goes into a full explanation as to what a bus is, as it is something only his family can afford.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It was out of sheer necessity. Our estate is massive. We needed a bus.
So he's just hanging, and he's we're just following orders. We have to do everything the king and the lady say.
Who's this lady? Grabak and Barry can play bad cop, hungry cop.
So the one on the ground, he is very afraid of Tom, but he also peeks around. And he's like, don't mention the lady.
Kira, 30 feet away. You see Akira from 30 feet away from whatever point she's sitting at. Just kind of like mimics slapping someone in the face. And then her mage hand goes off. And she goes, calm down. Who's the lady?
So, I would like to Grabak, but loudly enough for the ogres to hear, say, in like each head says like a different part of this, but Barry's gonna be like, I know that you guys want to ask questions, but I don't care about that really. Is it okay if I just have a hand, a foot?
Oh, Grabak dangles a foot right in one of the mouths.
Sorry, I had to.
I will eat him. You really should talk. I had a baby owlbear earlier today. They're way more eatable than that.
The lady and our king want to take over the fort. They want to use it as a castle.
Which fort? What lady?
Oh,
what
that's
king?
not fair.
We just do what she says because she's got a grip on the king.
Who's the lady?
What's the name of this lady?
That's all she goes by. We just call her the lady.
How do you talk to her?
She doesn't talk to us. She only talks to the king.
Is she an ogre too?
The other one that's pinned down by the wolves, he goes, don't say anything else. He'll have both of our heads for this.
Tom points at Barry and says, you can have this one's leg.
He'll have both of our heads. And Grabak's looking at him like, my guy.
Actually,
We're actively feeding him to a wolf.
or how about like Zara goes up to the guy who's like who said don't say anything, like creeps up behind him and goes like try to intimidate, like, you sure that's what you want to do? Just like a voice just popping out of his just popping out from behind him.
The one dangling, right? He's just like, okay. Listen, if you let us go, we'll tell you what we know, and then we'll leave, and you won't never see either one of us again.
Oh, I'm certain
Them.
about the last part.
I mean, yeah, you guys aren't going anywhere.
Grabak's like, of course, you have our word.
Wink.
Grabbox like has it cross his fingers.
Oh no, Grabak hasn't signed a contract though.
Oh.
Can I roll an insight check?
Good.
Oh, can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got a 12, so I don't think that does anything.
Guidance?
Sure. Thank
I'll
you.
say sure because I didn't give you the
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I said it before you said it. I'm like,
I'm
14,
just like,
they're lying, aren't they?
I'm just like, guidance, guidance.
Got him! Oh, Mary said 14.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. With the amount of fear that you guys are all putting these two under, this ogre seems very genuine.
Yeah, you better tell us.
As Archibald, I would want to let these guys go and then maybe try to get them rehabilitated. But as Barry, I hope we just kill him.
Zara's all for the killing.
Grabok wishes to be Ogre King, so
Who is the king?
Grabok wants that crown.
Wait,
And as far as
Wait.
Zara knows, like, the corpses don't snitch.
wait.
What were you gonna say?
Sorry. Did they say that they ever met the king or whoever in person?
No, they said that no one talks to the lady except the king, is what they said.
Right. Did we ask them how they know all of this? Like, are they talking of the king or who are they talking to?
I don't think you did ask them that.
Yeah, and who is the king?
Alright, so the one that's hanging still is just like, the king is, well, he used to just be our boss, you know, the biggest of us. And then he met the lady, and she took a liking to him, and she convinced him that he should be king, and that the fort could be his castle. And he just
where's
went
the fort?
along with it, and he's been bossing us all around ever since.
How big is your king?
I mean, he's about our size. He's just a bit bigger.
How tall are these ogres, Mike?
Let's see. They are large creatures, so they're about 10 feet tall.
Oh, damn. Okay. Can't flex my height then.
No, they're bigger than all of you guys.
So, really quick, Tom can cast suggestion twice, right?
Okay.
And the DC is a 15 for wisdom.
Mhm.
So, we could, depending on what they tell us, get them to just lead us to the fort or this king or whoever, or to draw a picture, to tell us more stuff as an FYI. So before we do whatever.
Our home.
Right, they're talking about our fort, right? I wasn't sure they're talking about different.
Yeah, no, you guys are pretty sure they mean Fort Algus.
Okay.
Because they originally, if you remember, while you guys were in Bainham, you got the report that ogres had attacked Anfang.
Mm-hmm.
And that the people who the villagers killed one of the ogres and the other one ran away. And now they're talking about, attacking Anfang again and trying to take the fort, which obviously Fort Algus is just north of Anfang.
You see. Okay.
Of them are there. I want Akira asks one of the ogres, how many are there of you?
Well, besides us, there's the king and two more of us.
Can you take us to your king?
He, the one that you have pinned down with all the wolves and everything is just like, I don't know if I can walk right now.
Oh, don't worry about that. I can fix that. Or
There's
remove
only
it.
5 ogres?
Well, there were 6 originally, because the town killed one of them.
Oh, they gotta be pushovers
Oh,
then.
you guys dumb as shit. You guys are dumb as heck, aren't you? you 6 ogres taking on Fort Algus. Are you kidding me? Are you deluded?
Well,
You are deluded. I mean, I'm not drunk, and I can tell you, 6 ogres cannot take that fort.
I love that everyone's like threatening them, and you're just absolutely shitting on him.
I mean,
Like, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna beat you up. You guys are fucking dumb. I love
we,
it.
we didn't want to take the fort. We just wanted to, do our own thing. But the king, like I said, he's got it in his head that he can do it.
Why the king?
See,
Sorry, what?
Zarago's like, oh, sorry. Go on, Mira.
Surprise! He's like, what? The king of the 5 of you guys?
Right? Like, exactly. He's a king of what? 4 ogres?
She says if we take the fort, he could have become the king of Mistra.
Okay,
You
so
know
there's
the-
definitely,
Uh,
there's definitely
Zarg-
some magic involved here.
See, this is the point where the soldiers band together and behead the leader for their own sake. Dumbasses.
Yeah,
Alright.
I look at them. Which one is less hurt? Is it the one hanging from Barry's mouth or the one
Yeah,
on the
no,
ground?
the one hanging from Barry and Grabach is like they haven't really even hurt him yet. They've just had him dangling in the air. Whereas the other one is like he's really
Yeah,
in bad
Barry's
shape.
effectively a Yakuza daughter, and she knows that it takes a lot more than this level of like thugsmanship to actually take over even like a small country.
All right, I look at the guy dangling from the wolf monstrosity hanging above us,
Yeah.
and I point at him and I go, "You," and I Akira uses her most Oni voice, tries to make a booming in this cave, and goes, "We will make you king if you take us to your king."
He just looks at you. I don't want to be a king. I just want to go back to what we were doing before we met the lady.
you better listen
We
to
will
the
kill
lady.
the lady if you take us to the king.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, "We will kill the lady if you take us to the king."
Oh, okay. I think maybe we could work that out. I mean, I assume if I say no, you're just gonna kill us.
Yes, horribly.
Good instinct.
Yes.
I'd
The
like
one
to
good instinct that you
say
have
yes.
now.
I'm gonna level with you. You're dead either way because you either die by our hand, which is a direct response, a direct consequence of your actions previously, which means your king's gonna get you killed because
There's that.
and
That's true.
I agree. I really don't like this situation anymore.
Anymore? You liked it before?
Wow.
Real big. I just want to go home energy.
This poor ogre.
So okay, perfect. So so Akira looks up at the guy and she goes, "Okay, here's the deal. We will make you not king, and we'll kill the lady. You take us to the king."
I think that, given the circumstances, I could agree to that.
Perfect. All right. I guess we should search the cave and then let Barry feed on the other ogre.
You're gonna let them eat my friend?
We'll regenerate him. It's just a snack. I don't know. No, that's mean.
Damn.
I can't control the giant wolf.
Barry's just like, no, you absolutely can. You're my boss in this job.
I feel like the bad guy if we let the other one get eaten though.
I-
Shoot.
I already ate a baby.
Okay. How about this? They will hunt you. They will hunt food for you
I mean,
until we make it to the king. There
that's
we go.
fine. I don't have any retainers in town.
There you go. I like that.
I just okay. Could you possibly let me down?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I
yeah.
promise I'm not gonna do anything. I I know I'm not the smartest creature in the world, but even I can tell the odds are quite stacked against us here.
It's okay, dude. Akira like nods with him, like solemnly. She goes, "I'm not very smart either." And then I guess do
I still
do
think Barry
Barry-
should take the arm, though.
I'll
think
do it.
I
Barry's
think Barry
not
should take the arm
helpful.
just to prove just to define point of seriousness to our contract.
Stick to thumbs if we're gonna be dismembering people regularly.
Thumb is so small. I'm so hungry.
If I'm smart,
There's so many bats in the cave, though.
No.
Yeah.
Zartza goes like, instead of going with thumbs, if you want to dismember someone permanently, just cut their hamstrings. They'll be.
We can take the arm, and Archie can fix him up if we really want it. I mean,
Yeah, but like they can get a prosthetic arm. If you cut their hamstrings, now they can't move, and it's much harder to actually fix that than just get a prosthetic arm.
I mean, it's true.
Anybody or dismembering anybody unless like they're not being cooperative, and this dude's being pretty cooperative.
Oh no, this is hypothetical.
Grabak is Grabak.
I think he's
Hello.
less likely to. I don't know. I feel more comfortable if we let Barry take the arm, that he won't try to backstab us and lead us into an ambush with his 3 other people.
Maybe we can
Tom?
leave a wolf with him.
More easily.
Tom could just use suggestion.
Yeah,
I
We
mean,
could just
yeah.
force him to come with us.
I think
Yeah.
you should be with us.
yeah, literally, Tom would just tell the guy, take us to your base. Then he has to go do it, right?
Also, I mean, if things don't go great, I'll just, kill him.
Okay. I will willingly take you to the end of the caves. I will.
Hold on, Tom hasn't cast a suggestion yet. Hold up, sir.
I feel like I could at least get a chance to bargain a little bit here.
No. Unconditional surrender. You take it or you die.
Nah, let's hear him out. Maybe the terms will be in our favor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was just going to say that, I can point out the couple traps that we've set along the way, and there's a small stash of things we collected when we attacked Anfang that, you can have.
Okay.
Uh,
But if you do lead us into a trap, I'm going to force you to just walk into the trap by yourself.
That seems fair to me.
They could just join forces of us. We could make the best friends gang bigger, a bigger gang.
They'll have to pass the trials first.
The best friends gang trial, the initiation.
We can call it that.
We'll need to drop a contract.
Yep.
I can
Okay.
do it.
So can I come down now?
Yes.
Grabak will just unceremoniously drop him.
Kira tries to catch him.
Oh, that's a lot of ogre.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Oh, plus guidance.
Yay! Thank you. Oh, that one.
Oh no!
Oh
That's
man.
how Akira died.
So the ogre comes crashing down. It's not a big height he's dropping from, but when he lands, he twists his ankle and just comes reeling forward and collapses straight onto Akira. And Akira, you take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
Which Tom goes and heals Akira and puts a splint on the other guy.
Can we take a short rest now that we've, solved this?
Sure. I'll say you guys can do that. The
Sweet.
ogres are even with you, just sort of there. The The one
Yeah,
ogre.
just chilling.
The
Let's
other.
put some rapport.
The one ogre is just sort of tending to his brother, I guess.
So is there-
actually, hold on. I do want to ask you. Conjure animals only lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
So if you still want the effects of having a whole fucking pack of wolves with you, and Barry in her Cerberus wild shape, I actually would suggest you don't take a short rest. Because this whole interaction with the ogres has already burned through about 20 minutes of her wild shape and
Okay.
conjure wolves.
Oh,
I'm cool either way. I just, yeah. It's either let's go or
I mean, Tom could just heal Akira.
Okay, sweet. I just don't want to use up your spell slots.
No, you're not. I'm using a med kit.
Okay, cool. How much do I heal?
Oh boy. Okay, so
A d6 plus 4. So roll
Yes.
that, and then add 5 to whatever the result is for her hit die number.
So 10. So I
Okay.
heal 15?
No. How many hit die you have, like as a level? So it'd be 5
Okay, so I rolled a 6 plus 5, so 11.
plus 4, so 15. Okay. Oh, that's why you said 10. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood you. Yeah. So it'd be 15 altogether.
So do I have that as temporary HP? Anything over?
Nope, it just heals you
Nope.
back to.
Okay.
yeah, it just heals.
So the one ogre, he gets up, he picks up his club and kind of hoists it over his shoulder, and then kind of puts a hand up, like showing you guys, I don't mean any funny business. He turns to the other ogre that's injured on the ground, and he just says, I'll be back. I'm just gonna do this. Hopefully, they can get rid of the lady.
Do you guys want me to just heal the guy on the ground and then he can follow us?
I'd say he's very injured. I mean, if you want to keep
Oh.
burning through all your med kits,
That's fine with me. I got 2.
Well, I'll say that you can use it once on a person.
Oh,
for like
actually,
a
no.
little while or whatever.
You are right. It says the creature can't regain HP from this feat again until it finishes a short or a long rest.
We should keep one injured anyways.
Okay.
Right.
There's no need to make
Would it be on the
harder on us
way
if we
to
end up
Fort
having to
Allen?
fight them all.
sorry.
I didn't.
Would the direction they're taking us in be on the way to the fort by any chance?
No, it's going deeper underground, and you're headed further away from it.
Hmm.
So the ogre says, "Well, follow me. Watch your step there. That's a pit."
Oh, Tom gives that guy and the guy on the ground a Tom cake to welcome them into the best friends gang.
The ogre on the ground's like, he kind of, they both kind of sniff it, and they don't seem like super interested, but they're like, thanks.
Eat it.
Eat it. No. They're both like, all right.
Tom,
Sorry, what was that, Ernesto?
If you
Tom
guys
has
keep
never
these
dealt
guys
with this before
alive,
with one of your Tom cakes.
if you guys keep these guys alive long enough for Archibald to come back, I have jobs for them.
Okay.
I mean, maybe can I put them in the put them to work in the fighting pits as well?
Yeah. There's definitely work for them.
That'd be
It's just,
good.
For now, we should keep one injured to a point where if the other one decides to try something, he can't like really back them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we trap one in the cave until we can come back for him? Like put a Jesus rock in front of the door?
But then he'll go to Ogre Heaven.
Oh, wait,
Roll
Tom,
back the
Tom,
rock and he'll be gone.
Tom could cast suggestion and just tell him to lay there, like he has to lay there.
You
I
could.
mean, Grabach could be like ye old Kathy Bates.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh
Okay.
no.
Grabok goes, gets a log, puts it between his ankles, not saying anything. What are you gonna do with that? Just whistling a tune, getting a big sledgehammer, and what?
So as you guys start moving forward, right, the ogre that's traveling with you, he points out the pit. He says, "Watch your step right there. That's a pit trap."
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
Blorg.
Blorg?
Blorg.
Blorg? Can I call you Blorg?
Short for Blorgstopher.
You could call me whatever you want. As far as I'm concerned, I just want to be rid
you
of
shouldn't have said that.
Thanks, Blorgy.
I'll call you Midnight Snack.
Like I said, you shouldn't have said that.
So you guys know that like unsettled look Grabok gets whenever Fig's around?
Yes.
That's the kind of look you're getting from Blorg for Barry right now.
My bad. While they're walking, can Grabok ask him if he knows Volga?
Yeah, he's like, Volga? I never heard of no Volga.
Good.
What if she's the queen?
I had that in the back of my head, and I'm really hoping she's not the queen.
So, as you guys start snaking through the tunnels of the cave again, he stops, and he turns, and he kind of puts his hands up on a wall. And he's like, hold on a minute. And like he presses in a stone, and then part of the wall kind of like splits open, revealing like a small chamber. This is that stash of stuff I told you about.
Tom says to the group, why don't you let this guy go in first?
That makes sense.
he just goes, okay, and he like ducks into the chamber. He does leave his club outside of the chamber.
Okay. Tom follows after him.
Okay. So inside the chamber, it's a small chamber, like he has to duck to stand in it. It's a small small chamber, but in there is a chest, just like a little wooden chest sitting in the, up against the wall. He goes, hold on, and he like reaches into like his loincloth and pulls out a little key, and he goes, hold on, is it? He's like, don't know why you people make these things so damn small.
Well, don't be so big.
And he opens the chest and he pulls it open. And there's a few things inside. Looking through, there is all the things necessary to have a set of brewer's tools. There's multiple gemstones. And there is a bottle of this thick green liquid.
What's the green liquid?
I don't know. We found it when we were around.
Anyone know the spell identify?
Stinks like hell, though.
I can taste it.
Is this all from Anfang?
All of it but the bottle. I don't remember where we found it.
I'll be right back.
Grabok would say just because like Grabak is rich, but he's also not a fan of theft. I think we should give all the stuff back to the people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man,
That's
family makes
no
me-
way to say it.
Barry doesn't understand why the people would even need this. Haven't they already just found enough money to get new stuff on the ground?
Even Grabak knows that's not how you get money.
That is absolutely how you get money. How do you think I've been staying afloat in Panem?
Yeah, that was someone else's money that you took, Barry.
No, because that would mean because that would mean that when my money went missing, someone robbed me. And as Barry says this, like the visage of the wolf becomes like way more sinister and aggressive.
I mean-
Blarg kind of shudders.
Yeah, Zara just like pats the wolf's shoulder consolingly.
I had to cut my cake budget.
So, that's all that's in here. It's not too much farther now. We're almost to the where the king is and the lady.
Do we just like keep walking then?
He knows what'll happen to him if he turns on us when we get to the king, right?
Oh, I think you guys have made that abundantly clear.
Are you sure? Just kidding.
Like if Archibald was here instead of Barry, we'd be like improving these guys' like ecosystem and financial situation. And I already given them like pants and a job. And right now they'd be at work like lifting heavy things and like helping children. But instead I'm probably gonna eat one of them.
Grabak, honestly,
I saved them all.
Grabak's been wanting to crush the knees of one of these guys, like, for a long while now, just to stop, just like...
Tom looks at Akira really quick and says, Hey Akira, hey Aki. Archie said that these guys should not be dead or should be bred.
Sexy.
Like what would Archie do in this situation? Do we just like,
I'm back.
bake them?
Archie thinks these guys are submissive and breathable.
Wait. Mike, Archie is canonically bisexual. How attractive are these ogres? I'm
Well,
already
the perception of Tom.
I
The
fucked
perception of
giants
Tom.
officially. That's a
I
thing
mean,
that I
Tom
do.
cleaned them up real nice.
I mean, honestly, I'm not thinking like attractiveness looking at this thing.
Oh, wow. That's really
Do they
mean. How
have
could you?
pants?
Can
Here,
you roll
sure.
for it at least?
Sure. What do you want to roll?
I want to know how hot these ogres are, bro.
I'm gonna send you a picture from the monster manual of what the 5e ogre looks like.
I don't care about that. That's official. What are these ogres specifically? How are they rating on the hotness scale?
I mean, for an ogre, for an
For an
ogre,
ogre.
he's a solid 4.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, no, it's a 4. Ew, that's low. Never mind.
yeah.
No, but he makes up for it with his handyman skills.
And honestly,
Archibald
he's
does
cleaner
not
than
need a
most.
handyman. I can fix the sink is not a thing that gets you into the stonecutter home.
Like seriously.
Yeah, no, that doesn't do it for anybody. Like we all got that covered.
So Blarg comes out of the little cache room and picks up his club again. He's like, just up here.
Okay, says Tom in a very cheerful voice, which is a complete 180 of what happened before.
Right.
So, I have a question. Are these men wearing pants? Are these ogres wearing pants?
They're all wearing like loincloth type deals, you know.
Okay. I use my bracelet to horse code to Archie. ran into giants not wearing pants. Make pants? Question. Wait.
Make
no,
dead
no.
or
Let me-
make
let me
bread?
read the Morse code. Met giants not wearing pants. Stop. Make pants? Question mark. Better bread or dead? Question mark. However, bread is not spelled as B-R-E-A-D, but as B-R-E-D.
Okay. So Archibald is going to respond back with, wait. Oh no. What do you mean they're not wearing pants? Or what do you mean no pants? Are you not wearing pants? You should be wearing pants.
Now Archibald's afraid you're cheating on him. No.
Oh no! Oh,
That's
so
not
sad.
true in an emotional sense. She would never do that.
Right.
But like physically, it might have come up somehow.
Right. Did ogres pants you? I'm on my way.
Yeah, no. Oh, guys, finish what we're working on here. I have to go.
No, stop. Bigger giants than me, stop.
Okay, now I'm actually worried.
Tell him Grobok's the only one pantsing ogres, if you catch my drift.
Oh, wait a second.
Volga! Only Volga, don't worry.
Just the
She
one.
flips.
Although, let's be real, Grok and Volga, who's the one that's submissive and breedable?
Yeah, it's Grobok.
Grobok's
Also-
the bottom.
Yeah,
He wasn't until he met his wife. But you know,
right.
I like to think it's pretty evenly matched.
that's what she
Like-
likes you to think too.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, buddy.
It's like, okay, last week was me, this week is you.
I think that's nothing but fair.
So, so you guys are just standing there doing all this, and Blarg's just sort of like looking at all of you. We gonna do this?
Okay.
Just take a
Sure.
moment
Fine,
and
no
realize-
pants, let's go.
Just take a moment and realize you're losing to this.
I just don't know why nobody appreciates banter anymore.
No, I do, but
No, not you. I'm making fun of him.
okay.
But don't we still have the bugbear stuff?
Huh?
We still have the bugbear pelts, right?
Owlbear.
Owlbear pelts. Do we still have them?
Bugbears are people.
Bugbears are
Sorry.
people.
Sorry, we still have the owlbear pelts, right? Can I use up like 10% of them? Like 10% of the pelts?
Well, I know that you guys kind of divvied it out last time, and I think Grabok wanted the pelts to make like a cloak.
They're pretty big pelts, so 10% of one should
That's
be
true.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grabok agrees.
Thank you. Okay, so Akira very kindly thanks Grabach for the 10% of the pelts. And I want to quickly whip up because I have drafting skills. I want to whip them up pants, but the pants are ogre booty shorts because it's what Archie would have wanted.
You're really that. I don't know how true that is.
And they say
You wanted to give him
on the
pants.
back.
I wanted you to have pants on.
Wait, but they do have pants.
It's like a loincloth. They're not pants.
It's okay. I'm drawing them a shirt and hair, and with makeup, we'll be fine. Because Mike said they're a solid 4, right? But you dress it up a bit, don't be a solid 6.
Okay, real quick. Give me a yeah, give me give me a weaving check real quick, Akira, with your dex and proficiency, okay?
Oh my. How far along did you think we were supposed to be at this point?
All right, we cleaned up those ogres so fast. We got time.
Well, so what's funny, right, is honestly the amount of time of just like you guys doing it in like the roundabout silly way probably took about the same amount of time as if we had just done like a fight.
Yeah,
You know, like
that sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So
fair.
I got a 15. Can I get guidance?
I'm
No.
gonna say you don't need it. You make this ogre a real quick little pair of shorts.
Perfect. I give the ogre pants. They're what?
Okay.
Blarg and Blarg.
You never asked the other one his name.
What's your name? The one who has no name. I asked him his name.
Well, he is way back in the other chamber.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't really care about him.
Yeah.
Write their names like, in glittery fonts.
Please.
Or they just like on the booty.
Bedazzle it.
Yeah.
On the butt, it
I
just
use
says
minor
Blarg.
illusion. Yeah, I use minor illusion to blarg like sequins, shimmering sequins onto the ass of these booty shorts made out of owlbear feather fur, and I hand it to him, and I go, "Here, your pants, as Archie would have wanted."
He looks at it, and then he kind of looks over at Trax, and you know, I have to say what you said a minute ago. I have to say I had considered how ridiculous this all is.
Yeah.
We're not
We
going to
learned-
move on until I put these on, are we?
No, we're not.
No.
Oh, could you put this shirt on as well? Thank you.
He
And this wig.
he just
Can they be Hawaiian shirts? Can they be like big, flashy Hawaiian shirts so they look like big fat uncles?
so
I
he
was
puts
gonna kill him, but I really want to keep him now. You guys have ruined this. I wanted to eat him, but now I want them. Like, I already want them. So
he puts on the shorts, and he kind of puts the little shirt on, and like it fits him, but like it's too small to button up, so like his ogre pot belly is still sticking out.
Make him a bucket hat.
A what?
The
One of
bucket
those
hat.
Bucket hat.
Okay.
Make it-
Can
Make it fishnet.
I do that with my weaver's tools? Make him a bucket hat?
I'm gonna say you don't have enough time if you want to get these wolves into the king's chamber.
Maybe
let's go
maybe
do that.
later then.
I do just measure his head quickly with mage hand,
That'll let
so
you
I
do.
have measurements.
That you could do.
Okay.
So yeah, Blarg, dejected and humiliated, just leads the way.
Just hold your club close, buddy. At least you still have that.
I might not have my dignity, but at least I am alive.
Very true.
So
It's okay, Trax. I'll
I'm
make you
waiting.
pants next time.
I'm waiting for you to go for his club at some point.
he's had it the whole time. He's carrying it over his shoulder.
Wait, he has a club? He has a bigger bat than me?
He does.
Oh, hell no. He doesn't have a club anymore. I asked him to drop it.
what is the? Okay, you know what? I'm not there.
He looks at you guys. He's like, "How am I supposed to fight with you if I don't have a weapon?"
I will give you the weapon when the fight starts. Stick close by.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, give me a strength check to see if you can drag his club.
A 400-pound.
Guidance.
I have a 400-pound carry weight.
I don't care. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
Guidance.
All right. Hold up. Stupid app. Okay, there we go. Strength check. Do I do a saving throw or just a regular strength?
just a check.
Okay. Oh. Okay, with guidance, a 3. I rolled a 2.
So
Oh.
yeah, you're like, give it here, and then he drops it, and you're just like, you know? And he picks it back up, and he's just like I said, if you expect me to help you, I'm gonna need this.
Fine. Your pants look good though.
So he stops and he goes, "So the king's chamber is straight ahead. What do you want me to do?"
Why? We expect you to die, Mr. Bond. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. What do we need to know about the king? Like, we just go in there? Is he actually there?
Well, he is here. The lady is presumably in there as well. But
Okay.
we've never seen her.
Any chance that we'd be able to just talk to your king without needing to kill him?
I very much doubt it.
Sad. What if I gave him Tom Cakes?
Grabok's cracking his knuckles, ready to go.
I don't know how to tell you this, but ogres don't really like this sort of thing.
No,
Kill him! Kill him now! I'm
Kill
just kidding.
them all! Show no mercy!
No.
Just like flips the switch, like, nope.
Nope. You
Look,
thought I was being merciful before?
You done goofed. You done goofed, you ogre fuck.
But yeah, Tom looks at the team. Yeah, well, I mean, what should we know, you guys? Usually that's Archie, but he's not here.
I mean, I don't think there's really much to know here. The ogre doesn't really interact with the lady, so she's gonna be a blank slate regardless. Probably want to learn as much as you can about the king, though.
Does he have any type of special abilities, or he's just a big old strong ogre?
Well, like I said, he's bigger than us, but not much. But where most of us fight with these clubs here, he's gotten a bit of a strange fighting style where he whips chains at people.
Ogre foo, yes.
I'll be
All
right.
right.
Yep. Grabog wants to know, has he suffered any injuries in the past?
Does he have a mother named Martha?
Yeah.
No,
Like, does he have a bad knee? Does he have one of his arms is blown out?
not that I know of. He is the biggest and strongest of us. You guys are coming to the end of like where the cave sort of starts to open up again, and you can kind of see into it that there's a large chamber. Unlike the rest of the caves that have been very dark, there is light coming from this chamber.
So, assuming this is the king's chamber, do we want to lead with the face of the party while those who are less inclined for negotiation use their stealth to get into good positions for an ambush?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, works for me. I can make
Yeah.
someone invisible.
I'm down.
Cool. Alright, so who do you want to be the face of the party for this bit?
Tom.
Everyone.
Tom.
I think
you wanna
without a
do
doubt, you're
Tom?
our best. Like,
Does Tom have like a disguise kit? Whatever. Yeah. Tom can be the dude. He'll lead the discussions. We should probably lead the ogre away.
you
Because-
could disguise yourself as a very small ogre.
Yeah, that would work.
I also have advantage to intimidation.
Okay.
So we could both be tiny. We could both be tiny ogres, like.
Yeah.
Or it could be like your bodyguard or something. IDK, but I'm scary.
Or you can put Tom on your shoulders and be
Yes.
one bigger ogre.
Let's do that.
I actually think technically with a good enough disguise kit roll, that's not the dumbest idea, but that's up to Mike.
I guess is there any point in actually disguising ourselves? Like, what is the goal here with the ogre king? We're gonna try to find out who the queen is, right?
we want to find out info about the lady before we do any sort of combat, because we don't want to go in and tell you the lady's like, hey, guess what? I have 5th level spells.
So, as you guys are all deciding what to do, a voice booms from the next chamber. Are you all going to stand around there or come and face me?
Wait, how far back is he?
In the next room, but looking in, you can see into the room. And sitting on a throne made of stone slabs stacked up with each other is an ogre wearing a makeshift crown, just kind of glaring down the hallway at all of you.
So
Tom yells
back.
That's
Would
right.
you say the ogre is sitting alone on his throne, prone?
No,
Made of bone.
He has from the hallway you can see that there's 2 other ogres standing on either side of him.
Oh, wow.
He's sitting upright in the light with an ogre on his left and right.
Fuck, babe, that was hard as
Wow,
hell.
that was really good. That was really good.
Oh, damn.
You know what, Akira? I'm gonna give you a DM inspiration for that.
Yay, congratulations.
Nice.
Okay, so
Grabak wants your crown. Grabak will make you frown. Grabak will find a puddle and you will drown.
Alright, it was cool when she did it, but now you're just copying her. No!
Moral of the story, Grabak will drown you for the crown.
Right.
I know where my talents lie, and it is definitely not in that.
So, you guys gather that he knows you're there. He's just waiting for you to come out into his chamber.
is he 120 feet away from us?
Why don't we let the other ogre go, and we'll just go in.
Actually, question: how is the chamber that he's in? Like, does it have light?
It's lit up.
Okay.
And to answer your question, yeah, he's within 120 feet.
Okay.
I can wait here all day, or I can send my men to drag you into this chamber.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Send your due to us, please.
Oh no, we're shaking in our boots.
I have
Please
wolves
send
hide.
half of your forces in to deal with us.
Can my wolves hide now?
Let's see. Given the nature of the hallway you're in, there's not really a place for them to hide.
Can I make some holes quickly using mold earth?
Let me see. Does mold earth affect stone? Because it's mostly stone around you.
Oh.
Blarg kind of looks at you guys. Oh, are we going in, or what are we doing?
I really want to get dragged in, to be honest.
We're just gonna wait. Tom yells back in thaumaturgy, cast thaumaturgy, so it's like a big booming voice. We're quite all right in here. We'll just go ahead and wait. You can come to us if you want to talk. We have tea and biscuits. And then Tom takes out tea and biscuits, or Tom cakes for everybody.
So the Ogre King, he kind of waves his hand and just says, "All right, men. If they won't come in, we'll maybe persuade them." And the 2 ogres on either side of him give each other kind of sadistic sneers, just like and they walk out of your field of vision for a minute. And then the 2 of them appear in the entrance to the tunnel, holding these large mechanical-looking devices with something that looks almost like a harpoon on the end. and they're both just aiming straight down the hallway at you guys.
I would like to attack them each with 4 wolves.
Alright, so if that's the case, we're going to roll for initiative. Alright, we've reached the end of another episode. I'd like to thank my players for being such a fun group to play with. At Cactus Toad on Instagram, who made our character art. At Alpha A for helping with the intro video. Will Savino and his tracks from Music D20. And Burrowbound, link in the description below. And thank you if you made it this far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the Paragon Company.